Hi all, and welcome to day 22 of the 90-day challenge. I'm really excited today because last night I made major progress on my resume portfolio website. And so today I'm going to go over some concepts so that you can prepare your initial setup for creating your own website using Claude. So I'll be using Canva Whiteboard to help illustrate some of the concepts in the initial setup. So I'm using Claude CLI and iTerm2. So iTerm2 is something you can download from the internet. It is a more complex, better terminal user face. So if you have a Mac computer, by default, terminal is installed. If you have a Windows computer, that would be command prompt. So there are many ways to install Claude. I'm just going to show you one that I like because I can choose which files Claude has access to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Google iTerm2 and I'm going to go ahead and download that. Once you have iTerm2 downloaded, you are going to go to Anthropic's official website and look at their quick start guide. Depending on which operating system you're using, go ahead and copy the code that you're looking for. So for me, it would be the Mac OS. I would click copy, and then you're going to paste that directly into iTerm2. And I'll kind of show you what that looks like. And we're just going to call it term from here on out. So I'm going to show you how to follow some of Claude's documentation for getting started. It's very good and very straightforward, but there are a few things that if you don't actually code, and I don't just mean HTML, but really write code, you could easily not understand it or miss it. To start our first session, even though I have already installed Claude, this also works. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open the terminal. So I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm going to go to term. I pasted this into term, and then it asked me if it has permission, basically. Do you trust this? And we're going to go ahead and there are the options 1 or 2. Press the 1 key and it starts going. So it gives me some instructions, and here you can kind of see the manual mode is on. If you watched my other video, I show that Shift tab changes the mode. It is kind of a best practice to always start in the planning mode. And I'm going to say, build me a new website for my organization. And you can see Claude uses all these funny verbs. I'm not even sure they're all real words while it's thinking, and you can choose the level of effort. The higher the level of effort, the more time it takes, as you've probably found out. And if we look up here, we see the claude.md file. This MD means markdown. So the Claude markdown file, what it basically does is it gives Claude instructions on how to do things. Like if you were to give it rules or templates on approaching things. So it's asking me what type of website this is for. You can choose options or you can chat about it. So I'm going to actually chat about it. And it's asking me all these questions because I have it in planning mode. So you're asking it to have a conversation with you about your website. So right now I'm basically feeding Claude information about what I want my website to look like. In this case, I want to resurrect/refresh an existing website that I accidentally deleted in a cloning accident years ago on Bluehost. So I'm just giving it more and more information during this conversation. What I will also do is pull the screenshots from the Wayback Machine into the Claude folder so that it has access to those materials. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was incredibly hard to make and edit, but it only gets easier with practice. So I'll see you in the next one, and I'll show you a little bit more.